Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Farms News Podcast. It's your contrarian agrarian, Sue Belcom.
And Annie Carlson.
And we're going to talk to you today about how you can go back to school with Farms Weekly Wednesday webinars. Tell us, why would anybody want to go back to school and take or take an online class? I mean, really, Annie.
Well, Sue, these weekly webinars are an excellent opportunity to have some short, meaningful education. So it's just an hour every Wednesday from 12 to 1. Bring a sandwich, kick back with your computer, join us for the webinar. You can interact with the presenters, you can type in questions, you can verbally ask questions of the presenters, you can interact and learn things. We have a really great second series of topics coming up. We start October 2nd through October 23rd. And our first session is going to be on social media and your community message.
So I don't understand, what really does local foods and social media and community, what does that, I don't get it.
Social media is a great way to connect community, even just in our small towns. It's a way to communicate community functions. When are we gathering? Where are we gathering? Why is it important? Who's going to be involved? And really having a tight community message. So say somebody's considering moving to your town. What kind of school activities are going on? Is there stuff to do at the park? What kind of community activities are there for families to become involved in? Do you have a library? Do you have a community garden? Do you have places for people to gather and communicate?
Well, hey, if you don't have a community garden, by golly gee whiz, you've got to join us on October 9th, and we will tell you how to start your own community garden. Now, that part of social interaction I absolutely get. So I will be talking about how we started the Mandan Community Garden and what you all need to start your own community garden. It'll be really, really cool. And then, of course, from there, we have to take that produce somewhere, don't we, Annie?
Absolutely. And Farm to School is an excellent way to utilize produce in our school systems, also in other institutions like hospitals, nursing homes, daycare centers, even prisons. They all feed meals every single day. And how can we contribute to the local economy by raising local foods and utilizing those local foods in those schools and institutions?
Well, and don't forget about Food Day. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a farmer, whether you just like to eat good foods, whether you're a school teacher or a student. Food Day is on October 24th, and it's one day a year that you can actually make an effort to do something for the good of the order for both farm to school and local foods in your community.
Everybody eats, so Food Day should be important to everyone.
I think so, and it's important to me, but not as important as seeing what kind of wonderful fruits and vegetables you can find at farmers markets in your community. And I would hope that everyone would have a farmers market, but if not...
On October 23rd, I'm getting ahead of myself. October 23rd, we're going to talk about starting.
Actually, that was behind yourself.
I'm ahead and behind. On October 23rd, we're going to talk about how to start a farmer's market in your community. And we're going to talk about legal issues. We're going to talk about location. We're going to talk about who do you need to have involved as stakeholders in that community event. And so we're going to talk about how the new market in Bismarck was started, and it's called Bismarket.
I know, and isn't that, I love that name too. It sounds so like uptown, even though we're not that kind of uptown people. But that's going to be really cool because I would like to see farmers markets in every community in the state. But I'd like to see you at our webinars. It's going to be easy. Wednesday weekly webinars from 12 to 1.
And you can buy a class or buy a pass. So you can tune in for just one class. Like say you're interested in starting a farmer's market. One class is just $10. Or you can buy a semester pass, which includes all 16 webinars in this fall semester for just $100.
And you know what? If you miss one, you can catch it later because once you buy your pass, all sessions are recorded, and so you can go back in and listen at your leisure, should you get called away over the noon hour or something.
Or if you'd like to just revisit what was talked about. If you'd like to hear the information one more time, 2 or 3 more times.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can log back in and listen again.
I never even thought of that. Sometimes when people talk as fast as we do, we can't catch all that information. But it will be there for all eternity, we hope. And so if you have an issue or a comment, or you would like to be a guest on our next episode of the Farms News Podcast Network, You can call us at 701-527-5169
Or 701-486-3569.
And don't forget to stop by often at farmsnews.com.
We'll see you next week on the Farms News Podcast.
Bye now.